Hey everyone, this is Jay Wilburn, your host for the Summer of Zombie blog tour, which will begin in June. We do have a rafflecopter running through this month. We'll close that off May 29th and we'll do a drawing on May 30th. One winner will get the entire stack of signed books that the featured authors of this year's tour are coming in. If you want to see who's featured so far with more announcements coming, then you'll want to go to the event page on Facebook, the Summer of Zombie blog tour, June 1st through 30th on Facebook. It's an event. People are already signing up. There's already stuff going on that page, but we'll be kicking off the tour in June after this drawing is completed. So you may be able to win a big old stack of books. If you go to the Rafflecopter link, which is pinned at the top of that page, then you will be able to enter a bunch of different ways, including a tweet and a couple other things that can be done daily. So you can have multiple entries to possibly win all the books. If you happen to not win, which will be most of you, let's be honest, if you can only have one winner winning the entire stack, then you can follow along with the tour and decide which of those books that you want to purchase on your own as you are kind of sold on what those authors are about, what they have to say about zombies, and then just enjoy the fun that we have, the free stuff, free stories, and things that we'll include as well. So again, you definitely want through this month of May to sign up and possibly win all of these signed copies. More are added to the stack pretty often, and so I'm going to do a new video to show you how big the stack has gotten up to this point. One that we have is Dying Days 5. This one actually has a little bit of a different cover than a lot of the rest of the series, but you'll have Dying Days 5. You can kind of get a taste for that series, decide if you want to pick up what you may have missed before and after, and then we're going to feature Dying Days 8, second to last in that particular series. So this one is signed by Armand Rosamalia, who is featured on the tour this year. One winner will win this and all the other books I'm going to share with you today, plus the ones that come in between now and the end of the drawing. So this stack is just going to keep growing. All right, we got that. Ricky Fleet managed to send the first in his Hellspawn series. He's on the third book, I believe, which is Requiem, which is going to be featured on the tour. But you get to begin the series with a signed book from Ricky Fleet. I'm almost certain that you're going to want to continue with the other two and then follow along with the rest of his series. This was his first book, and we're going to talk about the process with him about getting into the third book and how that's kind of changed him as a writer. He's going to be a fun guy to catch on with, and you could possibly win this with the stack of books that we're giving away in that Rafflecopter. I'm contributing my first book in my series, The Dead Song Legend, so this will be signed by me, and you can start that series if you'd like. Nice thick book of zombie goodness. I'm also contributing an anthology that'll be signed by me. Several of the other authors in here do conventions pretty often, so you could probably catch them and get them to sign your copy as well if you win this. I'm going to share during the tour some of the conventions that these authors will be at. There's one in particular, Scares That Care, that'll bring a bunch of these people together. So you may want to consider that one in Williamsburg, Virginia. But you'll definitely want to sign up for Rafflecopter to win this anthology. Very interesting way of doing things. Each author started with basically the same characters, same plot line, and then they created their own different stories. So there's similarities, but each story is entirely different from the others based on that one premise that each author began with. So a very interesting series. You may want to pick up Middletown Apocalypse 1 to get that one as well, because it has a different premise, and again, other authors that are jumping in on that one. Get a signed copy of this if you win the stack. We have Infected Waters by Alethea Morgan. We're featuring her next book, Moms Against Zombies, on the tour, but you can begin with where she started, a historic fiction about zombies on the Titanic. So this is a great book. I recommended it highly in one of the earlier tours, and you can win it for free, signed now. We also have the first in Derek Iles's alternate superhero series, the Undead Pool. We're featuring the next one in that one, and he's ongoing. So there's a lot to pick up on this, and you can win the first copy and begin with this interesting series. Mark Iles has a lot of great books in a series that he had going. This is actually a standalone, and this is his featured work, so you can win the book that we're going to be talking about on the tour before the tour even begins. If you don't win this and the rest of the stack, of course, you can decide, oh yeah, this is definitely the book I want, and then you can buy it once the tour begins. But you'll find out whether you're the lucky winner or not before the tour, so you'll know once the tour is going on, all right, I got to pick up some of these books for myself. The Last Stand brings in sort of a religious combat between the forces of good and evil, and of course with zombies. So you'll definitely want to pick up this entire stack of books. Let's see if I can do this without knocking down everything. But you can kind of see how big that stack has gotten, and I know for a fact more books are on the way. So you definitely want to sign up for this Rafflecopter, enter early, enter often. Even if you are a very undeserving person that should not win all these signed books, you still have the same chance as all the good people who are signing up too. So if you're not a great person, still sign up for Rafflecopter. We still want you as a zombie fan. So we'd love for you to get this stack of signed books to lord over your other friends. And of course, if you don't win, you can still go through and buy every single one of those books or the ones that interest you the most during the tour. We're going to tell you a lot about them. We're going to give you teasers out of the books. We're going to have blog posts from the authors themselves. We'll have interviews with them that are done in interesting ways. I'm going to write some posts about these particular authors, why I chose them, why I love their work. There's zombie stuff, but everything else they're involved in too. So I'm really going to work hard to sell you on these particular authors. Thank you for listening in. We'll have another video as that stack of books grows. But go to the event page for the Summer of Zombie blog tour on Facebook. There'll be a link pinned to the top where you can go to the Rafflecopter and sign up for a chance to win all these books just because you're a zombie fan, and we appreciate you. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you again soon.